Alright everyone, here we go with a cure for cancer reading. I thought this is a nice time to take a look at the hot spot of the soulmate cycle and see what the hell's going on. We got a lot of energies in play. A lot. And I'm eager to pull on Jupiter direct tomorrow. Man, that's going to be something. A lot of empathy opening up with that. But we'll deal with that when we get to it. You've all watched the new moon reading. You've all watched the 11:11. You've all watched Venus and Mercury and Sagittarius. So where the fuck are we? This is for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. But it's also an all signs reading for people that know that. It's a general reading. It may or may not resonate with you. But if the title brought you in here or you found Steve Love Tarot, you're here for a reason. This reading, as with all the cure for cancers, is timeless. Whenever you find it, you're meant to find it. There's a whole playlist of them. You're all moving at different speeds on your timeline. But let's take a look right now. I had the universe bring in everything. I said, give me all of it. For all I know, it brought me the whole year of 2022 up to this moment. I mean, seriously. When I did this pre-shuffle, this is just the surface energy, okay? Cancer's connection in particular, being the hot spot, is someone who definitely knows what they want. There's a lot of regret within this person. We see it here, disappointment. But as I flipped through this offline before I hit record, I just whistled. I just went, whoa, like that. And that right there. And that was my flip through before I hit the record button. It's a whole lot of wow, like that. Ace of Swords, Archangel Michael's Sword of Truth, is at the back side of it, and it's bookending the Four of Cups. A lot of truth coming to the surface here. Even more than what Pluto going direct brought us back in October. A lot going on. You all watched the new moon reading. You know what I'm talking about. 4 cups crossed by 10 swords. It's the shot we didn't take. It all feels, everything feels to this person like they missed out on something. Like this is done. I don't know what to do, so I'm not going to do anything. 4 of Swords. But I want a second chance, judgment. They're like right on the edge of should I reach out? Should I not reach out? Should I tell them how I feel? Should I ask somebody about them? Any of that. It's here with the Fool. And it's all rooted in truth. Truth is healing. And we see the healing here, just in the pre-shuffle with the 4 of Swords. Truth is always healing. It's lies that keep us angry and conspiracy theories we believe and shit like that keeps us all locked up in a state of our own energy. But when the truth comes through, right? Actual truth, real truth is actually quite healing. It doesn't put us in a state like that. That's how you can tell if what you think is your truth is actually not the truth. So keep that in mind. If you get locked up in energy, right? Frustrated, all riled up, and violent sometimes. That's not the truth. That's not truth energy. It's devil energy, if anything. This is truth. And it's causing, there's a sadness here and a desire for a second chance and an ants in the pants pacing on the line about this little bird jumping out of that nest. Let's see where we go. Let's do a cure for Cancer. You always know I pull 5 from the bottom as the affecting energy, the environmental energy, the air, the energetic air they're breathing. Up top, I see how they're behaving in that energy with 4 cards, and we clarify. Let's see where we go. Give me a cure for Cancer reading, universe. It knows what I mean by that. And give me everything. I asked for all the energy. And that's a hell of a pre-shuffle. Pre-shuffle is just surface energy. When shit like that comes out on the surface, truth is on the surface. Actual, real truth. And there's a missing out, oh man, I missed out. Kind of energy there. And that's even an understatement. It's deeper than that. 10 swords crossing 4 cups. My God, I get a tear in my eye. Somebody never did anything here. In the Cancer angle, which is the hot spot, it bleeds onto everybody. You're all honorary Cancerians in this cycle. In the Cancer angle, somebody never made a decision here, actually. Somebody just held on to this energy. And that's never good. I've told you that. If you're not going to do something with somebody's energy, do not hold on to it. It'll drive you crazy. Think about an obsessed fan of a celebrity, right? Celebrities have that problem. They have obsessed fans. That's someone holding on to that celebrity's energy that can't do anything with it. It can't go anywhere. So it builds and it builds and it makes them crazier and crazier and crazier. Until eventually, sometimes it bleeds out and we hear about it on TMZ. You know, someone doing something crazy, breaking into their house or something like that. It'll make you nuts. That's why we always tell the DFs, focus on your learning, on your growth. If someone wants to run from you, let them. They'll regret it. You see it play out here all the time, but that's not your problem. That's their problem. All right? Don't let it bring down your self-worth. You're the shit. Make sure you know that. I know that because you keep reflecting that way in the readings. Okay, here we go. 5 cards from the bottom. I gotta blow my nose for a second. Hold on. It's running like a DM. All right, there we go. 5 cards from the bottom. Five cards from the bottom. Sorry, I gotta flip the deck to get to the bottom. What the fuck am I doing? 2 swords. It's all about this new moon energy. Right there. That's either a new moon or an eclipse. It's one of only 2 cards that has this in this deck. The other one's the Emperor, the divine masculine, if you will. It's right there. This is causing, all of that. That 4 of Cups crossed by 10 swords, all this truth is causing a real crossroads moment. And a lot of anxiety. That's reflecting off the Fool card from the pre-shuffle, where I said that bird is like dancing on the end of that perch. Am I going to take the leap? Am I going to take the leap? This person never made a decision about this. You keep them up at night. Cancer's person keeps me up at night. They have since I got here. Still do. Center of it all. The center of these 2 cards go together. 9 swords crossing 2 swords. I already explained it. 8 wands is the center of the energy. 8 fucking wands. And now we come back. The final 2 cards are why we're at this crossroads. Why all of this is causing so much anxiety. The 4 of Cups and the 10 of Swords is card number 5. Right there. There's your energy. There's your affecting energy. 2 cards from the pre-shuffle came back. And there it is. And they're very important ones. This 10 Swords is bookending this. And this is a lot of spiritual shit happening right now around this new moon if you watch that reading. And wait till you see, and I know I can predict in advance, wait till you see the Jupiter direct reading, because it's right, it blends with those energies, it's right on top of it. Yeah, I bet they feel like it might be over. They feel like it's the end of the world. Why? Because they rejected something that they should have had. That led down a path that was very different from the path they're on now. There's a very strong urge, with this being the center card, the 8 of Wands, to reach out. Very strong. I will re-emphasize that. Very fucking strong energy having the 8 of Wands here. The bird just agreed with me. He a Pisces, you know. Right here. It's communication all at the center of it. This right here, this whole thing proves this person never made a decision. They never did. They have a lot of anxiety about it. They know they missed out on something. They probably shouldn't have rejected this, because I know they all turned around, and usually what happens in these cycles is someone rejects and runs. At some point during the run, they turn around and they look back. That's usually where the spying energy comes in. And as they do, as they see the growth on the other side, or see that the assumptions they made about the person on the other side are not real, that's when the regret sets in. That's when they realize they missed out on someone pretty special, someone they can't find anywhere else. That's why this urge to communicate is there. It's why this anxiety is here. It's why this 4 of Cups is here. And this energy is making them see that, you know, you've put 10 swords in what could have been a pretty good friend or a hell of a lover. All right? All right. How are they behaving in this energy? This is the environmental energy. Fine. I have to take it into consideration. Okay. How are they behaving? Look at that. Can you fucking believe that? I just pulled the Emperor. I told you about this card. It's the only other card with this is the Emperor. And there it is. It's at the top of the deck. And this was at the bottom of the deck. They were crossing each other, technically, in this reading, if it were a traditional Steve's Love Tarot reading. Unreal. Unfucking real. Yeah. It's all about this moon energy with Jupiter direct and everything that 1111 showed them. This is some spiritual shit. This is a balanced Emperor. It's an Emperor who's been silent, and it's cost them. They never made a decision here. I know that. All right. Okay. I know. He's watching like it's a TV show, and it's his favorite show. We all know your favorite show is The Rookie. It is. He loves Nathan Fillion, I swear to God. All right, here we go. Yeah, see, banging on. There you do. He's not here. All right? He's probably not even watching this reading. 5 of Wands. Whoa. They don't, no likey. What's crossing the 5 of Wands? It's 5 of Swords. Oh, shit. Oh, man. Oh, this person here. What's bookending the Emperor? The Star. Yeah. There's a lot of, some of that Jupiter direct energy is bleeding in here. I don't even understand it. It's very strange. There's the Emperor, basically, the Emperor went against their own manifestation. Okay? Now the energy for that, because of the energies around us, primarily in part because of the moon energy blending with Jupiter direct, is causing that energy to be right on top of them. The Star, what they want is here, right? That's why this 10 of Swords is here. This resets to that Ace of Swords that we saw in the pre-shuffle, all that truth. There's a lot of truth here, but somebody's reaction to it is interesting. The Emperor's reaction to it is their usual short-sighted bullshit, self-sabotage, and they're doing it because of nonsense reasons. And I say this about the Cancer angle on this cycle all the time. I say this person is holding on to something. They make excuses. I said they never made a decision about you. The reason that they never did anything and they just hold on to the energy is they make excuses not to come towards you. And it's all nonsense. It's all the stupidest shit. Just dumb ass shit that they make excuses. They might be holding on to something. Well, they said this, so I'm not going to go in. Or in a lot of cases, they just make excuses because there's a story that they'd have to tell you that they just don't want to tell, and it's just, they treat it like it's bothersome. Yet, in the environmental energy, we see that it's not bothersome. It's life-changing. If something's bothersome to us, we just brush it off. You get rid of it. You don't spend your nights pacing the kitchen at 2 in the morning with a bottle of whiskey. You don't get at crossroads with it. You don't have the strong urge to reach out and talk to it. You just get rid of it. So you matter is what all of this means. Their excuses are flimsy. Okay? It is. It's very flimsy. This is the final outcome in its communication in some way. Whether the Emperor likes it or not, that energy is on top of them. The universe is basically saying, look, this is why the 8 of Wands is here. Look, you can reach out. Here's your manifestation. It's here. I've set up the energy for you. It's all good. You can see what it was like. You can feel it, right? You're having soul dreams based on feelings about all this because of the new moon energy. I mean, it is what it is. Let's clarify. Let's talk to the witches. Why is the Emperor here? Tell me about the Emperor. What's going on? Let's see where we go here. This is some flimsy shit. 5s are always temporary in the tarot. Unreal. Okay. Tell me about the Emperor. Why is it here? Oh, this was the card that was at the bottom when I picked up the deck. Didn't even need to shuffle. It's the Ace of Wands. Yeah. The energy is here. It's here. It's time. There's an I want to call it emotion. I almost want to call it empathy around this card. It's very strange. I believe this has a lot to do with Jupiter direct. I think the Jupiter direct reading is going to be very interesting. It should be up tomorrow. I'll pull it tomorrow morning. What's on top? 9 of Cups. Yeah. What did I say? This is a wish fulfilled. A manifestation fulfilled. Emotional fulfillment. What did I say? Rewind. It's here. Here you go, Emperor. There's your wish. What you going to do? Right? What you going to do when they come for you? Well, what you going to do? Why is the 9 of Cups here? They're going to be resistant to it. 7 of Wands. That's what they're going to do. And why? Because of what I said here. These flimsy excuses. These flimsy self-sabotaging excuses. Oh, well, Cancer said this, so I'm not, or I'm going to have to, do this and that. I'm just not going to do it. It's like somebody putting off doing something important because they got dishes to do. It's that fucking flimsy. Well, I can't go for that job interview, that life-changing job, because, well, I got a stack of dishes in the sink, and right? It's fucking nonsense. All right. So, let's go deeper. Tell me about the Five of Wands. What the fucking hell? Let me move this over a little bit. Get these on camera. Okay. Tell me about the Five of Wands. Why is the Five of Wands here? I love this shit. But fives are temporary in the tarot. It's nonsense. It's not sustainable based on the energies around it. Major Arcana, Major Arcana. This is Minor Arcana. You know, this resistance, and which is tied to all of this. And these are Minor Arcana. This is some powerful shit. That's a good spot for the star in this reading. That's coming from the soul. It's here. Here's your wish. What you gonna do? I'm going to put up resistance to it. I'm going to be defensive about it because Cancer said this, or I'll have to tell Cancer that, or I got dishes in the sink. It could be as dumb as that. Could be as dumb as that. I'll deal with it after I deal with whatever this. They make up all kinds of shit that's important on their side that isn't important. And yet they're willing to stay up all night and pace the kitchen at 2 in the morning with a bottle of whiskey because of this connection. And in the process, keep me up. And in the process, kill this fucking connection. Because this person here, there's a strong fear of rejection here. And that's going to play out differently for all of you. That's a very specific energy. You know, for some of you, it's because of their ego. They couldn't take it. For others of you, this person just has low self-esteem. Maybe they're married to a narcissist, or they've been around people. You know, there's nothing like you. The universe brought you in for a reason. Why is the Five of Wands here? For God's sake, stop shuffling. Why? Jesus Christ, and I just pointed to it. It's Ten of Swords crossing it. Again, it's these stupid excuses. Nah, I'll do it later. I got dishes to do. Cancer said this. It's all the same shit. And all of this is just, they're holding, this is the energies blended, these Five of Wands with the Ten of Swords, is someone holding on to your energy and not doing anything with it. And only hurting themselves. Excuse me. What's on top? Yeah. What did I just say? I didn't know that was there. I ain't looking. 3 swords. Only hurting themselves. That's it. And hurting you by default. This is stupid. This person's stupid. I will punch him in the head. Why is the 3 of Swords here? Knight of Wands. Emotional immaturity. They're just someone who just... they're just not good. This is the type of person, someone who makes these kind of excuses and puts 10 swords and things, because I'll do it later, I got dishes to do, only creating their own pain and by default causing you pain, is someone who is, I don't even want to say shut down. It's not about that. It's about when things get heavy, they run. When things get heavy, they get on their racehorse and book it out of town. It's almost an energy where this person, and I've seen this for other signs, I don't always get this for Cancer angle, but it's almost like this person here has a hard time expressing how they feel. And so they make excuses not to, but they feel so much for this connection. It's their 9 of Cups. They're actually still manifesting this in. That's why it keeps showing up. It keeps showing up. After every excuse, it shows up. 5 of Swords. Self-sabotage energy. Why is it here? False victories. Yeah, it's a false victory. I'm not going to go to that life-changing job interview. I got dishes in the sink. And they feel good. They're relaxed. They're not nervous about the interview anymore because they're not going. But it's a false victory. That job would have changed your life. Right? You know. But they feel good doing those dishes. I can't go. I got these dishes to do. It's just an example. It's just an analogy. It's just, that's all. It's just, you know, it's silly. Yeah, sure, the nervousness is gone. But then after that, after they finish the dishes, there's a sadness. There's a disappointment in themselves for not going to the interview. You know, I'm just using it as an example. But it plays out in the love department too. I'm not going to go toward Cancer and tell them how they feel because of this and lame excuse. I got these dishes in the sink. So while they're doing the dishes, they feel good because they've decided they're not going to see you. And then after they finish the dishes, here's the disappointment. And it all starts again with the 10 swords and the excuse and the 3 swords and running away from feelings. That's what they're doing. Yet all the while, they want this. It's their wish. It's what they want. And they probably admire your ability to feel and tell people how you feel and express. emotion properly. Probably. There's an admiration energy here in some way. There's a band of it floating through here. It applies to something. I don't know what. It's going to be different for all of you. I just generalized it. Why is the Five of Swords here? What's crossing the Five of Swords? Fucking hell. Self-sabotage by keeping the status quo. Ten of Pentacles. Yeah. They self-sabotage the real Ten of Pentacles for whatever their current Ten of Pentacles is, which obviously is not something they like very much if they're worried about you and disappointed that they turned this down and feel like all sad and shit, because there's guilt attached to this Ten of Swords. Guilt for turning this down. So obviously what they've got on their side isn't great. It's self-sabotage. It's short-sightedness by sticking with that and not going toward the real deal. What's on top? Three Cups. There is. There's a third energy here. I'm right. There is. They self-sabotage by not opening up. That's one energy. Three of Cups is about the flow of emotion, right? But the other energy here, I have to tie it to this Ten of Pentacles. There's a third energy here that just limits this person and limits them and keeps them stuck in this excuse energy. Keeps them stuck in Three Swords. And for some reason, it's this third energy that makes them run away from anything real. Maybe, usually when it's a bad situation at home, for example, it's easy to stay in that if you're used to it. It's a little bit of Stockholm Syndrome. I've seen that before in some of the extendeds. Why is the Three of Cups here? 10 Swords again. We can't get rid of the 10 Swords. It's crossing here. It's here. It's why the Three of Cups is here. That third energy is what's causing them to not come towards you, because they want to keep that. They don't want to hurt that, or they don't want to hurt somebody on their side, or you're very different from what they're used to. You may not fit in with what's on their side. It could be any of that. All of this is just causing them, this third energy is causing them to put 10 swords in things, which results in 3 swords and disappointment for this person and a shitload of guilt, which is attached to this. It's a loop. They're caught in a loop. What's that song? Caught in a Trap, right? The Righteous Brothers. There you go. Caught in a trap. Yeah. Fuck. This, whatever this Ten of Pentacles represents to them, a marriage, a relationship, an energy of how they were raised, a family, a job, whatever it is, it prevents them from opening up. It prevents them from doing things. But what the universe is saying is it actually hurts them because it's holding them back. And they know it, by the way. They know, which is why they run from you, run away from the deep connection. They bury themselves. As soon as they feel the 3 swords, they run. The 3 swords is a lot of emotion. We don't feel 3 swords for someone unless we really love them. So there's a lot of emotion here. So they run from that. They run from it because, I don't know, maybe they're afraid they're going to get hurt again. Maybe, if this energy already hurt them, this Ten of Pentacles, then, they can just live in it. It's fine. But if they take a risk and put their heart on the line again, they might get hurt again. It's a stupid logic. And even the universe is saying that with these 2 fives here, the 5 of Wands and the 5 of Swords. It's stupid logic. It is. They should take the chance. This third energy here is holding them back. Let's talk about the Star. And they run 2 ways. They run away from the pain that they feel. The disappointment over you, all that guilt and all that. They run from it when they shouldn't be. So they just run from both. They're running away from their own life. This is somebody who is, shutdown is not a way to describe it. And the energy, what I'm saying is the energy right now, with the new moon and all that, we got the new moon here on the Emperor, we got it here. The environmental energy is opening them up, right? That new moon reading, watch that. Mercury and Venus and Sagittarius, watch those. Watch tomorrow's fucking Jupiter direct reading, which is tied, blended with the new moon. It's going to open them up. I feel that empathy here with the Star card. It's already here. It's unreal. So let's do it. What's the Star card about? This is the final outcome of this reading. The end result is I believe they can't run away from that 3 swords anymore. And that's what this energy is going to put them in, 3 swords. And I think they can be as defensive as they want. But I think we got a strong communication aspected here, right dead center in our affecting energy. This card crosses this card. This card crosses this card. This card is a standalone. Just to give you some transparency into how I feel the energy and how it flows through my reading. This is all by itself in the center. Right here. It's communication. So, why is the star here? Why do I feel a shitload of empathy off of this? This is good. We need this person to feel. They refuse to feel. The minute they feel, they run. That's a lack of empathy. That's a lack of somebody who just, whatever. It's like the powerful CEO who has injuries at their factory who doesn't care. It's just, yeah, whatever. They just run from it. Yeah, whatever. Bottom line, that kind of thing. They almost treat this like that. It's very strange, except the injury is themselves. And by default, you as well. All right, the star. Why is it here? Yeah. I said I felt empathy here. I do. It's the Page of Cups, and it's a tidal wave of emotion. It's opening them up. They're not going to be able to run from this Three Swords. They're not. What's this right here? This is on top of the Emperor. It's red with that energy. Here's your wish. What you gonna do, motherfucker? Right? I got the Nine of Cups on top of it. This is on top of that. And when I ask what the fuck they're going to do, they're going to be defensive to it. But this energy can also transmute itself into fighting for what's right. We'll see. What's on top? Four of Swords. It's healing to them when they feel like that they might want to reach out to you. So when they get to, we're at a point in the energy right now where they're actually considering reaching out. We see it here. That's why I showed you the standalone energy. We're at a point where the brain is shut down. Okay, this represents a little bit that dreaming energy, which I hate that. I shouldn't have used the word dream, but that dream-like energy of the new moon reading, which is dreams are in the brain. This is from the soul. This is the brain shutting off and the soul energy taking them on a journey, a pure emotion. Yeah, that's what that is. It's very healing when it's on top, when they start feeling it and thinking about it. Now, will they run from it? I don't know. Neither does the universe. It's two swords. We don't know. There's two truths here. We're right where we started. At the top of the affecting energy is two swords. And I already explained it to you. That moon energy is creating this crossroads. Okay, there's truth all over the place. This is two Ace of Swords. It is causing them some anxiety. Losing my voice. But our final outcome from another deck here in the how they're behaving within this energy is the two swords itself. It all ties back to this two swords, which we have to look at then is bookended by the most common card we've seen in this reading, which is the Ten of Swords, which is a shitload of guilt. Okay? So it could go either way. But right now we're at a point of reckoning. And it is. I said even about this card before I even pulled these. I said this card can transmute. They like the energy of the star on top of them. They like that. They really want this. They're just afraid. And they're making stupid excuses not to come get it. So this energy here, it can go either way is what the Two of Swords is saying. But now they're having to look at two truths and really feel them. Not look at them. Feel them. On a deep level because of the new moon energy. And the Two of Swords is one of the cards that has that new moon energy on it, and we end with it over here. I said before I even pulled these, this card can transmute. It can change from being defensive to fighting for it. I think it might. We'll have to see where the energy takes us. All right? Let's see what else the universe wants to tell you. Let's talk to the light seers. Let's pull 3 cards from the universe. Give me 3 cards from the bottom. What else you want to tell everyone before we go? This is very indicative, very representative of the energies happening around us right now. Pay attention to all of November's readings. The 11/11, Venus and Mercury in Sagittarius in particular, the eclipse reading, the new moon reading, all of it is very important. It's all tied together. It's all telling you a story. It's all taking you on a journey. And pay close attention to tomorrow's Jupiter direct reading, because that's more important than you might realize. Is that it's an energy that, the best I can say, offers the full perspective, offers the big picture, but from an emotional perspective, right? It's filled with empathy, filled with it. All right. 3 cards from the bottom. What else does the universe want to tell you? The moon. What have I been talking about this whole reading, that fucking new moon reading? It's key. It's a linchpin. It's here. It's here. This card ties to here. I damn near predicted the Emperor would come out. Fuck. When I told you about this card, fuck. The moon. It's all about the fucking moon. It's bringing stuff up in the depths, but it's pure emotion. This here is my Queen of Cups. The most love I could pull from the deck. In the Light Seer deck, this is my Queen of Cups. She got the red hair. She been underwater. It's all coming up. And it's very confusing. And that makes sense. The 2 of Swords. Another 2 swords. 2 swords here, 2 swords here, 2 swords here. Saying the same thing from a fresh deck. It's all very confusing, and we talked about that in the new moon reading. We saw the 7 of Cups everywhere. We couldn't get rid of it. It's right here. 2 swords. It's crossed. The 2 swords. Check this out. The Lovers is energizing the Page of Swords. All this stuff they're feeling. Why is it confusing for them? Because it's all coming up. And it's making them feel stupid, making them feel small. And when this person feels anything, especially on this level, they run for the fucking hills. But they can't. I don't think they can keep doing that. The universe is playing here. Why the new moon? Why the moon keeps coming up? Is because of what I told you in that reading. Those are not dreams from the brain. They're dreams. They're the soul dreaming instead of the brain. It's real. They can touch it. They can feel it. It's built of pure emotion. It's rare energy. And it's all happening. And it's making them feel really small. But the Page of Swords also says it's making them feel like they want it. Like they want to do something about it. I don't think they can keep running. I don't. All right? And that goes there. The Lovers is what's crossing the 2 of Swords. Yeah. It's unreal. Unreal energy. That's your reading. Stay tuned. Pay attention to the readings that have led up to this. Pay attention to any fun readings I pull. We'll probably pull some kind of twin flame journey soon, but we definitely have the Jupiter direct reading, which is going to tie directly with that new moon reading, which we can't get rid of the energy of here in this as we fly over the soulmate cycle here from the hotspot perspective. That is your reading. There's a lot of truths coming to the surface, and truths are healing. Truths in 2 directions. Truth about why they run. Truth about what this third energy is that holds them back. We saw the 10 of Swords way too much in this reading. God, way too much. It's 1, 2, 3. I mean, it's there and it's implied over here with this card here. And there's a lot of guilt around this. A lot of guilt around that energy, but it does reset to an Ace of Swords. Every 10 of Swords in this reading ties to the Ace of Swords that's up in the pre-shuffle. And that Ace of Swords, it takes the 2 swords, 2 swords, 2 swords, 2 swords, down to 1. Only one real truth, which is the energy necessary to transmute this from being defensive and running to fighting for what they want, for fighting for something that would benefit them in some way, and stop making these stupid excuses about I got dishes in the sink so I can't go toward cancer. I can't do that. Stupid. It's nonsense. This person here running away from anything to get, once it gets deep, they go book it for the hills. That needs to stop. Otherwise this cycle of 3 swords is just going to continue and continue and continue. For them, not for you. You're worried about your own lessons. You're growing. You're expanding. You're raising your vibration. It is what it is. That's your reading. I hope it was helpful. If I helped one person today with this reading, I've done my job, karmically speaking. Stay tuned tomorrow for the Jupiter direct reading. Jupiter direct in Pisces is much more powerful than you think, because it's tied to that new moon reading, which is much more powerful than you think. Words do not describe that energy. There aren't words in the English language to describe it. I hope this reading was helpful. If you like this reading, please like, share, and subscribe. Appreciate all the subscribers, everybody who shares, and everybody who watches. What are you, a woodpecker? What the hell are you doing? You're not going to punch your way through that perch, buddy. You're not going to do it. Be a Pisces, you know. All right. Good luck.